Okay, and hey guys, what's up? It's Gameplay for 10 here. Welcome back to another video game collection video. My Super Nintendo one just finished processing, and I mentioned in it I was probably going to do Nintendo 64 next, so figured why not do it now. So let's just get into it. I have a fairly large collection, so hoping it doesn't go over 2 videos. But here is Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Probably one of my favorite, not really sure what you would call this, because it's kind of arcadey like Star Fox 64, but at the same time it's not on rails, so it's kind of like Ace Combat. So it's kind of a, I guess I'd call it kind of a mix between those two, probably more towards the Ace Combat side, but it's probably one of my favorite flying sims. It's not really a simulator, but you know, I'll just call it that. But probably one of my favorites of all time. I was actually, this was what it was in my Nintendo 64. When I got all the games ready to do this video. I'll move it out of the way. Really cool game though. And here is another game, Glover. Well, I'm sorry. Should have said Rogue Squadron is one of the games I used to play when I was a kid. And here's another one, Glover. It's a kind of obscure platformer. Plays a glove, and you have it has this gimmick where you have a ball and you have to get the ball to a certain point in each level. It has a fair amount of collectibles. I haven't beaten it though. I used to hate this game for some reason. Back when I had my old Nintendo 64. Because I guess I might as well just explain. I had a Nintendo 64 with a bunch of, you know, the good, quote-unquote good games. Paper Mario, Super Mario 64, you know, all those. Well, not all of them. I didn't have, you know, Star Fox, Zelda, but I had some good games, you know. And I sold that for some reason to get a GameCube. And I hated GameCube for some reason, but I actually like it now. And, but then, you know, my brother wanted a Nintendo 64. So he got one for his birthday from GameStop, and then I ended up having to buy buy my own Nintendo 64. So we actually have 2 now, since I kind of have his now. Just don't tell him, tell him that. But so yeah, I have 2 Nintendo 64s and only 1 expansion pack. But I rebought, you know, some of the old games, and I'll show you. Here's Bomberman 64. Well, I actually bought this. I thought it was I didn't think it was Bomberman Hero. I thought it was that type of game because I didn't really know the different Bomberman 64 games. And it just kind of had this vague memory of renting one from Blockbuster and being able to free roam. And that turned out to be Bomberman Hero. But I didn't even know there were more than 1 Bomberman 64 games. But this one is pretty fun as well. I haven't played it as much as Bomberman Hero. Here is Toy Story 2. I play this game a lot. I actually have for computer, I think. But me and my friends, this is one of the games we played. You know, all the time. This, Super Mario 64, and Smash Bros. But this one is, you know, it's, I don't know, I guess I really never thought of any Disney games as good. But I guess they do have some good ones I haven't heard of. But this is definitely pretty fun. Pretty fun platformer. Pretty long too. I haven't beaten it on that one. I beat it though on computer a while back. But here's a amazing platformer, BanjoTooie. Probably should show Kazooie first, but I do have that one. But I'm trying to think. I never did beat this game. No. I got pretty far in it though, not on this cartridge. Yeah, I don't know, I'll probably have more to say when Kazooie comes up somewhere in this stack, not pack. Here's another Star Wars flying combat game, Battle for Naboo, Episode 1. I guess it's built on the same engine as Rogue Squadron, that'd be my guess. I'm not really sure if I have a favorite one, because they're not the same game. but they're similar. I enjoy them both though. They're both really fun games. I'd recommend both of them. I don't know. I haven't played this one as much since I've rebought it. I've been playing the Rogue Squadron more. Probably should get to playing that one though. Now here, Mario Golf. This game I never actually owned, back with my old Nintendo 64, but I rented it probably like 5 times. That was a lot to rent a game, because you might as well just buy it then. But it's probably the first golf game I played. Probably the only one. Well, no. Wii Sports, if that counts, it's golf. I haven't played the GameCube one though. But I don't know, I really like this one. It's kind of difficult though. I remember having a lot of trouble back in the day. Well, I'm fairly better at it now, so not really sure if I was just retarded back then. You see that? Yellow? Okay. Here's the next one, Donkey Kong 64. I'm trying to think. I have no idea which one I've played more between this and Super Mario 64. Because I played this game a lot. I never beat it. It's probably going to be a standard for most of these. I had a lot of fun with the multiplayer though, because it kind of had this like combat thing since... actually what I liked about this is that it gave them guns. Because guns are cool, I guess. But the multiplayer, it was just like a huge battle royale. I used to have a lot of fun with that with my friends. We used to play it all the time. Here's Jet Force Gemini. I kind of remembered playing this at a friend's house. It has a co-op mode. So I remember playing that. And it also has a multiplayer. But for some reason I remembered this as a first-person shooter and not a run and gun. Maybe that's how the multiplayer is. I really don't remember. But I haven't played too much of this. But I've watched some videos. It's definitely a very cool game. And yeah. And one other thing that I noticed about cartridge actually doesn't have anything to do with the game. But it's like, you know, clean, like it, well, there's no marks or whatever on it. You really can't see any. And I got off eBay, so I got most of these off eBay. I just thought that was kind of cool. It's like, yeah, most of them have marks or stickers or whatever. Yeah, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Here's, though, I guess some people's favorite game ever. Zelda, Ocarina of Time. I don't have Majora's Mask. I really haven't played too far into this. Actually, I think I didn't even get to the Master Sword in Adult Link. I was stuck at getting the Fire Gem, not like the medallion or whatever. I'm really not too sure on how you progress in this game. But, yeah, I didn't play too far into it. I think I got stuck and I just decided, screw it. It's got a sticker on it. That's pretty cheap actually for this game though. I think it goes for a lot more on eBay. $10, huh? Yeah, that's where I get most of my games though, GameStop or eBay. Here's WCW Mayhem. The only Nintendo 64 game that I've played, besides this one before, was No Mercy. Because I've heard that was one of the best ones ever. It's pretty fun. This game kind of reminds me of it. I'm not sure if it's like the same engine or whatever. But I never even watched WCW back then. I didn't watch wrestling back then. But it has, you know, a bunch of people that I know, so it's a pretty fun game. So, you know, most of the people from WCW, I guess. Not most of them, but some of them went to WWE or Ref. Back then, I guess. Okay, here's Nuclear Strike 64. This was another game that I rented. I don't think I rented it a lot, maybe only once, but I remember having a lot of fun with it. And it's it's not really like Rogue Squadron or anything. It's like a more of a helicopter than a aerial thing. I really don't know how to explain it, but you just have to run through different maps and how to destroy enemy ammo dumps or tanks, or you also have like this, I don't know what you call it, but you can rescue people, like, you know, a rope that goes down. Drawing a blank. Yeah, I really have a lot of fun with this game. Got pretty far in it. I probably beat it back then.